Welcome back, everybody, for map number 2, or match number 2, rather, of the evening. We got Ace Gaming versus Nihilum. It's going to be Group D action, and like we were saying before the break came in, a little bit on the line here. Nihilum currently at 1-1. Ace Gaming, the only team in the group that's only played a single match. So this is their second one. Again, you play 3 as there's 4 teams in each group to make it out of each group that we have, and there's 4 groups. So that is the general rundown.
0-1.
Ace Gaming is currently 0-1, so if they win this and win versus SKDC, they can actually still make it. Do I think it's gonna happen? I gotta favor Nihilum in this, and once they win, they're gonna be at 2-1. Or sorry, if they do win, rather, it will be a 2-1 scoreline for Nihilum. So SKDC and Nihilum would be the 2 making it out of the group there. So lots on the line. If Ace Gaming want to have a chance to make it through groups, they have to get through this as well as SKDC.
Man, no faith in your Canadian counterparts. Jeez. But now that Nihilum have taken the CT side here, they won knife round. That's disastrous for Ace, because if Ace had started CT, there's a much higher chance of them having a good showing. But if Nihilum get that momentum early on the CT side, they win pistol first gun round, then their money's going to be hard to break. It's going to get really hard in a hurry for Ace.
Yeah, and GRT taking some shots at League of Legends inside of the chat. I like this man already.
Right? He's old.
Nico's saying he's on the HOTS game now, so anyhow, we are fully readied up. And again, like you were stating, Nihilum on the CT side. That is definite worst-case scenario here for Ace Gaming. They certainly wanted to have that advantage, but it's going to be Nihilum. So pistol round, very big here for the Ace Gaming side, and what are we going to see is the question.
Yeah. We need a big start from Ace. So again, if Nihilum gets that early momentum, I don't see Ace being able to stop it. Once those scopes come out, it's really difficult. Hiko going for the CZ pistol round start. I'm liking this more and more. Your first couple, often on pistol round, you're not going to, once you take that initial skirmish, it's probably going to be your last one on pistol round. So going with the CZ, not a lot to fall back on in terms of ammo. And now Ace Gaming heading up outside. Super forward position here is valid, and Sanks gets another one on the outside. Looking to clean it up as Sanks with a double. Already one prong of attack shut down for Ace, and now they're quickly trying to reroute to inner, but straight into the arms of Hiko.
Yeah, that's CZ75. He's going to tap a couple bullets into the smoke. Not successful, as it does look like they're going to get the bomb down here. So nice for the T side, even if they drop the round, but obviously they want to keep this bomb planted, let it go off. His Disciple finds one. Get a second one as evening things back up onto a 2-on-2. Hiko from up above. It's going to be automatic on a Disciple. Only Pex. He's going to be lurking around the Pop Dog train here inside of the smoke and goes back towards ramp. It's going to be Hiko to find the engagement. It's Pex to win it, as Automatic does have a kit, but he needs to hunt him down, and he will be able to get it. Now, with a kit in hand, should have just enough time. Nihilum picking up pistol round here, and again, Ace, nice that they got the bomb plant, but they actually did close it up pretty close there. Almost taking pistol.
Yeah, nearly. Had Pex. Just a nice juke move around the train. Probably would have gotten the round, as would not have enough time. Automatic to defuse. It came down to that. Nice timing by Automatic. Oh, Nihilum continuing the worst case scenario for Ace. Ace is going to save up here, not buying anything, actually. Or only a P250 on Pex, which clarifies to me that next round is going to be AKs. So Hiko here with the auto shotgun. Lots of SMGs. I'm surprised that Nihilum didn't go for straight rifles and just have whoever's opping buy up less. Perhaps using that CZ. Team Shank. Pex. I guess these French brethren are just going to shank it out and spawn. And
look at
I don't know what's going on there.
All the way making it down the stairs right now through the back hall. So already they know it's an A-side take. They know for certain, unless they were in the ladder room, but even there, I think they had good eyes on it. So Semphis coming up from behind, takes down Vez, and now the jig is up. Semphis from long range spots them out at Ivy, and I don't know how Ace is going to get out of this. This is going to be rough.
What was the plan here? This is such a throwaway. I guess they get Semphis, but Ace, what was the plan? They bought nothing. They rushed nothing. They're walking into Ivy. I guess they're banking on Nihilum pushing, which did happen. Hiko, $900 in his pocket. Nice frag onto Pex, but Ace, I don't like this eco round at all from them. They're just waiting, hoping that Nihilum's going to push, but I guess Nihilum's getting really impatient, and they do. So this round is going way better than it should have for Ace, but I guess it's not so bad for Nihilum with these, inferior weapons to AKs that they go for these kills, because now Valens and Sempus will have actual rifles when the rifles of Ace come out.
Yeah, exactly. Gonna buy up AKs in this round, and like you had stated, not really sure what the plan was. It did end up working out all right because the CTs got a little bit antsy about things and decided to rush on in. I have no idea how Valens didn't kill those two players when he jumped around the corner with his SMG, but he brought them down to about 10 HP apiece. But nonetheless, AKs on the board. We can see that the op on Semphis, big aspect here for the CT side, is once the scopes come out, that's when obviously CTs can find a dominant performance, but no op on the T side, as of course they just had enough to get AKs and some nades, and we could see that not all of the CTs upgraded. So Hiko, he's actually playing at the lower ramp with his auto shotty, definitely a good location for it. But Valens, on the other hand, he's continuing to save here. Well, he's got only 1,400, so interesting is he only has that 570. Must have dropped for I'm not really certain. He must have dropped for someone.
Yeah, something like that. Valens, not a lot to work with here. He's going to go out and rush Ivy with the 5-7. Second thoughts, maybe lost in the smoke. Yeah, definitely got lost in the smoke. Sempus still yet to utilize that AWP. Really important round and a good start for Ace here. These early T rounds, any chance that you could put the CTs on Eco on train is so important before they develop that momentum and the ability to buy after losing. So if Ace can take this, they're in business. If not, and if Nihilum can recover, we're probably going to be seeing a big CT lead developing. Now heading towards back of Ivy, straight into Sempus. Gets one, Maxaki. Is he going to try to trade onto it? He's probably going to get flanked here from Valens, and Valens gets the frag, but it's actually going to be an A-take. Good pop flash from Disciple coming on in. Tech from above needs his kill onto Sempus. Can't finish him off. That off is still in play, and Hiko comes in from the barrel. They had no idea. You gotta check that spot. It's just like sandbags on Inferno. So easy to forget about it.
Oh yeah, exactly. And they even had a player from upper that kind of dove down right in front of him, and Hiko having a great time with that auto shotty, and even finishes off with the CZ75 for his third frag in the round. And Ace Gaming, they did find the opening, and it was actually a nice one in that they read that Nihilum's being pretty aggressive here on their CT side. Let's go ahead and wait a little bit, and that first frag, GRT able to secure it as Sanks was pushed into mid, but no success there on out as they tried Ivy. Wasn't a good scene for them. Now going for a ladder play on their Eco. Disciple already making it down. He's got 5 players just Congo lining very slowly down the ladder here in a smoke. That is not what they wanted to see, as now they are going to have to be pretty blind as they decide to rush on out. Luckily, Sanks, middle of reloading when they do so, and he was the player watching that smoke, but nonetheless, it's going to be a mow down here. Only Vez left. They even found that timing, but again, only Vez left at E-Box, and this time was very limited. Flawless round comes in from Nihilum.
Good stuff from Nihilum. That's exactly what you want on the CT side. The fact that Ace didn't get any kills just boosts Nihilum's economy. They're already at the point where they could lose one and buy, and that's where you need to be on the CT now for Ace to break the economy of Nihilum, have to win 2 in a row. T-side rounds are already hard to come by on train, so it's going to be really difficult for them to put multiple rounds on the board here. Nihilum, they can coast from here on out as long as they keep these ops in play, retain the distance, not allow Ace to take up into the forward parts of outer, and they'll be just fine. Strat from Ace Gaming here. Look to be setting up for an outer take eventually. Could easily bring that bomb into inner after throwing a bit of an outer fake. So they hang on to 1 at Ivy, and now they're following everybody else into inners. Probably going to see just a bit of a fake in Hiko. I'm so glad that he's the guy playing inner, because he's such a shifty guy, such a cerebral player, and that's the kind of guy you want in inner.
Exactly. As you can see, he's not just playing that same angle that he was able to catch them off guard. He has shifted things a little bit, as you need to have multiple ways to play a single bomb site. Otherwise, you're just being way too predictable, and that's, like you were stating, Hiko, bit of a specialty here is being shifty, being a little bit slippery, and it does look like the T's going to focus on this bomb site unless they have a really quick switch off. But even if they do, Sanks is in ladder room, so he's waiting for them to drop. But it does look like they are going to commit to this situation as Hiko finds 2 through the edge. I don't even know if that was through the edge of the smoke or if he just decided to spray. Nonetheless, 2 for him.
See him.
Okay, there we go. As Maxaki, Disciple, last one's alive, and Disciple finds 2 as Hiko and Valens get a little bit aggressive here. Sanks coming up from behind. Disciple heard him coming in, so they are going to wait it out, but with only 15 seconds left, time is definitely of the essence, and I don't think they're realizing how short on time they really are.
Yeah, they don't realize how fast they have to move now. Just Disciple gets the flank onto Semphis, tries to go for the no-scope. Maxaki, can he finish him off? How is Semphis still alive? But Maxaki, he will be able to get an op and bring it into the next. But that's everything that Ace is going to have. And he might even be tempted to buy up on top of this AWP. If I was them at this point, I guess I would. But I don't know what the correct route is from them at this point. If they have good smokes prepared for outside, we haven't seen the usual smoke the front of the bomb, try to plant into it, and then desperately find post-plant positions. Haven't seen that yet from Ace. Maybe they don't have it prepared. I'm not too sure. But one of the things I wanted to point out, Disciple. The only time that they have won against Nihilum, Disciple was the guy that brought it to Nihilum. So if I could have afforded him for my alpha draft, I would have. Unfortunately, ran out of cash, but he is top fragging currently for Ace Gaming. He's got two. Oh, what? Hold that thought, though. Maxaki and Vez coming out of inner. This could be devastating for Nihilum. They are recovering. Sanks right through the smoke onto Vez. Maxaki, no trade available for him. And Ace looking to hit towards inner again. They've done this time and time again. This time, Hiko is not in inner. So if Ace Gaming would have committed this time, it would have worked out perfectly.
He's going to rotate back over. I don't think Sanks realizes that he does have Maxaki slowly coming up behind him here as he is going to go into the crosshair. Loses his life. Only Hiko and Automatic left on the field. And like you had stated, it is going to be a B-side play. Hiko in an interesting position here. He does have eyes on where they're about to plant the bomb as he spots out Disciple, takes him down. Can he get anything more done? Pex, I don't know if that was midway on the fall, but nonetheless, Automatic comes in on the flank. And yeah, that was some nutty shots there as, yeah, falling with the AK. Didn't realize it was that accurate, but Pex showing us otherwise. 5-1 Ace finally bringing in their first T-side round.
Yeah, they needed that real bad. And Pex looked like he had one arm on the ladder and one arm on the AK like Bruce Willis or something. I don't know. Nihilum, they have lost one, and now Ace Gaming have the opportunity to break the economy of Nihilum. Really important round for both teams here. Nihilum wins this, they're right back where they started, keeping Ace on Eco, but that's what Ace Gaming's goal is here. Now, what do? Hiko already wounded just a little bit at inner. Ace Gaming now have control of the halls. Hiko in the dark for the time being. The rest of Nihilum outside. And that's the joys of having a really good inner player. If he could stay alive despite having two different angles to cover, and you could stack everybody else outside, that's ideal, because you need as many people as you can outside. Now Hiko goes down. Now Nihilum have to rotate that player inner very quickly. Semphis is already there. Are they committed? Semphis needs to hit that op shot. He does whiff it, and now Ace Gaming, prime position to take this round.
Yeah, they're going to get the bomb set here in just a moment as it's coming down a ramp, leaving Semphis still as the only player inside of this B bomb site. It's going to be Valens and Automatic still trying to take some fights here in the opposite end of things. Automatic still not able to take down Vez, eventually does so as Valens finds his way through connector but gets dropped by Disciple. So, like you were stating, a very nice play from Ace Gaming and does secure them the round victory there. And Maxaki, big part of that play is he was actually naded down by Hiko to, again, what is currently sitting at 41. But the way Hiko was playing it, he was just constantly trying to spot back and forth. And the one opening that creates is if Maxaki is holding an angle that obviously he's checking into, that's exactly what happened. He was able to take the shot and did whiff that one. Now the bomb site was completely open. So Ace able to put 2 on the board here. That was definitely what they were hoping for, as they've got the Nihilum roster now on Eco. So in theory, should be another round for them, but let's see what kind of tricky plays Nihilum can come up with.
I don't know if Nihilum's going to go for a double save here, as they bought up to the point where Valens has just 1,100. It's not going to be the best of buys next round if they're planning on it. If they hadn't bought anything, then their buy would have been all right for the next round. Now, interesting decision from Nihilum. Ace Gaming really favoring inner here, continuously trying to punish it. Hiko has had some up and down rounds there, and Ace Gaming once more applying pressure. This time Semphis is playing inner. Hiko's on his way to assist his teammate. Peck's already out inner, or upper I should say. Semphis goes down. Hiko expecting somebody to come out of lower, but nobody's home. Now Hiko flanking back around. Hiko has to be careful. He has teammates there. Now trying to flank in is Nihilum. Yeah, 1Z, 2 coming on the flank. Very patient from Ace Gaming, though. They haven't planted the bomb yet. Peck spots out both players upper, and now Ace is going to be hard for them to plant the bomb. Nihilum Dropped 2 players. Not looking good for Automatic at this point. And I believe Ace had spotted them out. And it might be a matter of time here. Really patient, just trying to grab a gun. Gets GRT down. Where's the other players? Looking for one at upper. And might get Disciple here. Ace Gaming really want to keep their losses to a minimum. And hold that thought. Automatic doesn't have a kit, but he does have a lot of HP and an AK. Disciple from above, though, and Disciple having a great game here over Nihilum. And once again, he was the key player in their sole victory over Nihilum before.
Yeah, and again, big things happening for him in this match as he is currently top fragging on the Ace Gaming end. And at the very least, they did make it pretty expensive there, did Nihilum, for the Ace Gaming front. And like you were saying, though, investing a little bit means a little bit less in this round as they get 2 M4s, 2 FAMAS. They do have Hiko with a Scout. Interesting decision as he's going to be playing once again in the inner bomb site. Ooh, we're going to see a cute stack here. I like it. He's on the head of Semphis at this popped out location, and he can actually see players if they're up on that back ledge in back hall. So cool stuff there as they are going to fall off for that. Not a big surprise.
Do it again?
Ooh, here we go. So we can do the same location, but I think it does require someone to actually maybe be up on the railing itself to be spotted. Not 100% certain. They are going to once again fall off of that as Automatic's actually made his way all the way through mid. He's got Sanks right behind him as well, so very posted up. They've got plenty of info on where the T's are at. Maybe just Ivy the only question mark, but even so, here we go. It is going to be an inner take once again from the T side.
Ace Gaming loves their inner. Hiko, where's that Scout? Looking for Maxaki, rattling some shots off. Maxaki posted up on Hiko. And they find each other, but they can't hit each other. Flank, on the way. Semphis and Automatic. Trades there. Claimed, or early lead claimed by Nihilum. Now just GRT remains, and Ace Gaming really wanted the plant in that scenario, but really quick retake by Nihilum. And a lot of that was due to the knowledge gained by that player pushed up in mid.
And I think Hiko was trying to get a weapon there, but ended up dropping his Scout and had to buy himself up.
Not a bad thing.
Yeah, not terrible. As again, I'm just trying to look at the monetary situation. May have been able to receive a drop, so he had a little bit more nades. As if you just take 1 off of Automatic here, and he would have had 3,200. But nonetheless, they are going to have rifles across the board. Same to be said though for Aces. They were able to pick those 3 rounds in a row. But now, of course, their economy. It's a bit of a swing round here as Frag's going both ways. Hiko onto Disciple, GRT onto Automatic. So now we'll see where things decide to go. Or at least Ace Gaming, where they decide to focus. As Semphis going to find one with his AWP. Vez still pushed up in Ivy here, and I don't think Semphis realized how close he was as now swap into that CZ75. Vez going to pop a flash in at both. CT's very, very blind as Vez takes down Semphis. Going to get Hiko as well. Trying to spam through the smoke. Has Sanks up from above. We'll be able to take down GRT, but Vez has made it all the way through CT spawn. But his teammate Pex dies, and the bomb is now dropped right outside by E-Box in the ladder room. So Vez left in a very difficult situation, 1-on-2.
Blanks Valens, I'm not sure what Nihilum's thinking. Maybe the call was a little uncertain. There's no way Valen should have got caught by that. Now this leaves Vez in a 1 versus 1, and he could take a lot of routes here. He goes inner to flank in through ladder. If Sanks follows him, he is a genius. And he is just on the search, and instead he is going to go into the back halls. Oh no, he believes it's inner. Not good for Nihilum here. Again, swing round. Nihilum cannot afford to lose this. Now Vez grabs the bomb. He goes back towards inner. This is so good for Sanks. Just as Sanks goes back into outer. This timing. Pick a bomb site, Sanks. You can't just sit in the middle. Now he hears the plant going on in inner. Barely with enough time. 1 second remains on the clock. Vez reveals that he's in the back of the site, however. So Sanks looking for him. And he has the jump on Vez here. Vez goes down. And Sanks, despite not the best of positioning, ends up winning the round. And Nihilum, that was a big one for them, because if they lost that, Ace Gaming could have almost tied it up.
Yeah, that was a very big one-on-one that Sanks able to secure. Like you had stated, though, a little bit of indecisive play from him, but at the end of the day, we'll win that one-on-one, and Nihilum back to their winning ways. Well, they're able to string 2 together, rather, as Ace Gaming now on Eco. Go with the full Tech 9 play. And I gotta think that they're gonna go for another interplay here, as they have had success over at that bomb site, but they've also been brutalized a little bit there as well. So we'll see how it goes as they are going to send all of their players down back halls, going for a ramp play, as that's going to be Hiko. Starts lining him up, finds 3 before Semphis chimes in with 1, and Hiko does go down. Semphis with the 2K with his op, and that hold worked out brilliantly.
Yeah, so good. So glad I got Hiko on my alpha draft. He's playing inner.
Right.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I love it. But Nihilum winning another one here in ace. How many times have they taken inner? Like, I feel like it's been almost 9 out of the 11. Somewhere close to that. Or they may fake outer a little bit, but they always seem to find their way back to inner.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. We've got 3 rounds where they won. And I believe all 3 of those were in inner. And then we got a couple bomb defusals as well. And the first pistol, yeah, they've had a lot of rounds where that was where the success came from. And now, though, I've got to think, if you have that kind of success on inner, and you've just got a couple prepped smokes for outer, and you can mix between the two, all of a sudden you have a pretty formidable T side. But we haven't seen that outer play at all. We haven't seen the wall of smokes where you just 2 smokes on either side of the bomb train, 1 immediately or rather directly on top. But here we go. Vez and GRT both able to find frags early here. And once again, it's due to the aggression of Nihilum. At least one of them was. Actually, both of them, again, the player going down Ivy as well as their mid player. Now Semphis trying to get aggressive once again, as that's usually what you see the CTs do. If they are down, they get a little bit aggressive trying to find that advantage once again to Semphis. Oh, he's going to get spotted out there. Perfect timing from the Ace Gaming front, as he was focused not on the player that ended up dropping him. So good stuff there as Ace Gaming looked like they're well on their way to their 4th.
Yeah, it's really good for Ace. More horrible timing. Sanks peeks mid just as Disciple decides to come down the ladder. And Nihilum aggressing on all fronts besides ladder. They pushed into mid, they pushed into Ivy. It was cool what I saw from Vez, though.
What?
Kind of controversial play. What did I miss, Chad?
This is just Hiko going off right now. He almost found some more for himself, but no, he was able to get a USPS frag on one, like a crazy flick USPS headshot there, and just, yeah, I don't know what Hiko's eating those Wheaties, but it's
nice shot, Hots from GRT. Oh, what a funny guy. Oh, yeah. Ripe in his old age, wit still keen. What I saw from Vez, he was posted on Ivy to the point where if they take the boost spot and try to peek over the smoke, that's where he was posted. So really heads up play by him, and knows that Valens would like to go for that. Perhaps Valens had went for it before, but I would have never posted up on that. And Pex onto automatic. Was that more aggression? I didn't spot it. I was so focused on Ivy, but once again, lead early for Ace Gaming.
I believe that was in, yeah, it was in the back halls area, so he pushed all the way up into back halls, and it's going to be Vez on a Valens here. Still having an aggressive position in Ivy, though, is Semphis. Sanks has dropped down to a single hit point. Hiko still playing at this inner bomb site. He's going to have some action here in just a moment, as Disciple has peeked out lower. Hiko spotted him, but I don't think Disciple is on the same page. So coming up from behind, Hiko, can he make some big things happen? He is going to be able to take down Disciple, but that's going to be the only frag, as he's probably questioning, like I was, how those shots were not landing. But eventually, he gets the frag. Semphis finds himself in connector in a 1-on-4. Does have an M4 in hand. We'll see if he can make this any more expensive here for the T-side. Their economy still not at a great spot.
Yeah, we are getting into the really late part of the half, though. Semphis, I think he'd like to just hang on to this more than he would like to get some kills. Or at least maybe his team would. But Ace here, getting in their 5th round, and that's more than I thought they would get. A lot of that's Nihilum's aggression. Perhaps that's just their style. But Ace taking advantage of it, and you can't take anything away from them for it. So coming into this next round, we might even be looking at an Ace Gaming A7 here, because Nihilum's economy is still shot, and they're probably going to force buy up again. Maybe save for the last, but with this M4 going to be tempted. Nihilum with a couple of questionable economic decisions already. So yeah, they are going to force up. And if they don't win this one, we're probably going to be seeing close to a tie half. And sure, Nihilum will have still won the half 8-7, but even a 9-6 half, I'm claiming that's a T-side win.
As Nihilum in this round have 2 5-7s on Valens and Sanks. I do have 3 M4s on the other players, though, and Where does Ace Gaming decide to go? They've got GRT just pushed up in mid, just posted up. Again, they've realized that the aggressive play has been favored a little bit on that CT side, so they choose to go with a bit of a slow play. Again, with that in mind, that the CTs have been fairly aggressive. So you can see Maxaki still right outside of T-spawn. He's got a nice op angle here if there was an aggressive CT coming down Ivy, but we can see that is not the case, as Nihilum seemingly have learned their lessons slightly. No one actually aggressively posted up at all, as we've got Semphis actually playing that same spot that Hiko had found that 3K in earlier, that spindle at the inner bomb site. But at least in this round, Ace, they do have players in backhauls. Balance takes down Pex with the help of Semphis immediately, so early advantage here to the CT side. And once again, what I was about to get into is the fact that the bomb's still around mid, and they do have these players coming out of Ivy for Ace Gaming.
Valens on their heels here. Once that smoke dissipates, he's going to help out his teammate Automatic. And did you crash, or am I... What happened, Chad?
I am still in action here. Is Hiko in a 1v3? Sorry, you lost GoTV connection? Is that what you said?
I just crashed all out.
Oh, no fun at all. All right, well, it is going to be Hiko here in a 1v3 coming up to the bomb train. He does spot out GRT, immediately takes the frag. No damage done to him as well. One of the important things to note, as Vez and Disciple very, very low. But they've got some decent info where he goes at. Oh, what a headshot as he takes down Disciple as well. Now only Vez coming up from behind. Hiko, there's no way, as he did have his back turned. So close round, as almost able to make it done, and had some really nice shots as well. But in the end, coming up from behind will be another Ace Gaming round. So they are doing some good things here as Ace Gaming, making it up to 6 rounds, 8-6. And there's not a lot of equipment coming out of the field for this last round.
Yeah, Nihilum, they've been forcing way too much for my taste, especially on Train. Train is a map you need to be fully equipped on your CT, and you want to have an op out at all times. That's why we see those big score lines. It's really difficult to deal with an op on the T side. Instead of AWPing, Nihilum going for aggression constantly. Sure, it's good to mix in aggression, and it's a necessity in my opinion, but you need to have those ops out a majority of the time to utilize the CT side of Train to its fullest extent. Another force buy here for Nihilum on the last round. And Ace Gaming, very passive approach here, hoping that Nihilum will go for their pushes once more, and there comes Automatic. GRT taking his life again. Time and time again, we've seen Automatic try to push into this mid room, and Ace has it figured out. All they have to do is sit back, and Nihilum will feed them the advantage.
Semphis playing a bit of a tag team here with Sanks inside of ladder room. They really want to get aggressive, or not get aggressive, but keep that position, as flashbangs already came down. So they know there's a player up there, but Hiko inside of inner will take down Pex. And what does that mean for the rest of the T side, as they've got 4 players remaining? Still focusing a little bit on ladder, but finally they're going to fall off, and Semphis, with the timing, comes up the ladder. He's going to be flanking from behind here as Disciple goes down. Semphis now coming down to the ramp. It's going to be GRT midair. Sanks takes him down. Only Vez left, as he is in bleak position. He is coming up from behind, but Valens takes him down, and that's going to be halftime, 9-6. Definitely, like we were stating, Ace Gaming getting a little bit more done than we had suspected on their T side half. But now the question is, Nihilum, how much do they have on their T side? As again, we didn't even see that kind of wall of smoke strat come out from Ace Gaming that has been a little bit of the bread and butter play of a lot of these teams on the T side of Train. So if that comes out, we will see, again, if they can have a little bit more success than Ace did, but Ace still with a pretty damn good T side.
Yeah, Ace 6 rounds, I was calling it out before, is a T side win. A lot of times the T's will be kept under 5 around there, especially if they lose pistol. So Ace is in position for this set.
Certainly, as I do want to let you guys know, we got a couple giveaways going on currently. The most expensive of the giveaways would be our Luminosity one going on Twitter currently. We've got a field-tested Karambit Crimson Web being given away, and it is, again, on Twitter. So all you need to do for that one, go ahead and follow at LuminosityGG as well as at RGN and retweet the specific tweet talking about that Karambit Crimson Web. So again, shout out to Luminosity for hooking us up with some skins to give away to you lovely people. And that's going to be given away at the end of our Pro Series here. So again, you got plenty of time to get in on it, but might as well do it now. And we do have on our channel specifically some giveaways as well. So if you guys are interested in making an account and following us here, we do appreciate all the support, and we are willing to give back to our lovely followers. As we've got 2,500 followers, we are going to have an Op Mana War given away. So fun stuff, as we're at 2,100 it looks like. So considering we've got about 1,200, I don't know if that's up to date, but 1,200 at least on my end here on the beta player. We've got plenty of people that we could hit that mark if everybody wants to jump on over and create an account. And again, we do really appreciate anybody that follows the channel. And on top of that, we got a subscriber giveaway at 30 subs. And that's going to be an Op Asimov. So fun stuff there. Nice, pretty op. As I think we're sitting at currently 16 or 17 out of 30. Not 100% certain. Anyhow, I think we're halfway there. And again, don't feel like you are required to subscribe at all. We, again, really appreciate any all support. And there is some perks, obviously, for subbing on top of getting in on those giveaways. But, again, just waiting for this match to go live into the second half. And like we're stating, group stage is getting kind of close to the end here. Nihilum at 1-1 definitely want to take a victory. And like we were stating...
Can you imagine if Nihilum doesn't make it?
Right? Keydstars and Nihilum both don't make it. Imagine out of this group, it was, again, to paint the picture, guys, we've got Nihilum, Ace Gaming, Keydstars, and SKDC in one group. Right now, SKDC looks like they're going to be getting out of it, and if, like you said, if Ace was the one, that would turn my world just right upside down. If Keyd and Nihilum didn't make it out of a group, and Ace and SKDC did, that's
classic
some
North America
stuff
right there.
Some interesting stuff.
I would be not appalled, but just confused. Like, you expect Nihilum and Key to make it out of that group for free. You expect them to be, one of them be 3-0 and one of them to be 2-1. The fact that both of them might not make it, I can't believe it. And so much of it boils down to this match for Nihilum. And they've given up way too many terrorist side rounds to Ace Gaming. So if Nihilum doesn't win Pistol, they are in a lot of danger to not make it out of groups. And Nihilum, such a big name, to not make it into the next level of play would be just a colossal upset.
Really would, as looks like we're just waiting for Valens to get back in here. I'm not really certain what's going on, as everybody else in the server is connected and ready up. We've got 9 out of 9. Again, Valens is currently MIA, so not really sure what's going on in that front. We'll obviously get that sorted out before the second half goes live once again. And it is the last match of our evening, a bit of a shorter evening than what we've had in the previous nights this week, as again just starting off with the NA Pro Series. It's been fantastic so far, but again, there has been some surprising results with SKDC taking down Nihilum and Keydstars. Some craziness there, but again, just waiting for the fifth here, and I'm not 100% certain.
And Keydstars, they're just insane. SKDC, they're bringing it recently, and I guess when they make it into the bracket play, we'll see if they still got it. I said it yesterday, if they keep upsetting teams like this, it's not going to be called an upset for very long. And I mean, perhaps they've found their golden five and they're coming into their own. Who knows? But Valens is back in the server. We are going to get going pretty soon here if he's got whatever issue he had figured out. I'm sure he has some issues not figured out too. We do, but we are back. And if Ace Gaming can take this pistol, ooh, Nihilum, you're in some danger.
And here we go. Ace, what's their setup? And Nihilum, what's their setup? That is my current queries, as equipment obviously going to tell a lot of the tale. We'll wait and see what develops as Valens going for the dualies. He's going to hand that off, it looks like, to another player, which is going to be Hiko, the man on a mission, going with the armor dualies. We usually see the raid boss technique utilized with a Tech 9, but Hiko, he's going to have two guns, as they are better than one. At least that is what I hear people say occasionally, as it looks like they're sending a lot of players towards Ivy. Automatic being a critical part of this play as he's flashing over to try and allow these players out. But 4 CZ75s on the CT side is something I did not highlight, but that is an insane buy.
Crazy buy. Hiko, so you have to use these dually spots out. Disciple needs this frag. This is so big if Disciple can take down Hiko. Nihilum already down a player trying to get this bomb down. Ace Gaming slowly enveloping around the rest of Nihilum. If Ace Gaming take this would have massive implications. GRT, Vez, and Pex versus Hiko and Automatic. Fairly spread out. Hiko and Automatic here. Still without the bomb. GRT eventually coming through on this flank. Still a lot of time for Nihilum to work with. Hiko still alive with his dualies as well as armor. Here comes the flank by GRT. Nobody's in position, and Ace take the pistol round. We might not see Nihilum make it out of groups. I can't believe this.
Huge pistol round pickup for the Ace Gaming front, and now Nihilum. Again, that was their key to hopefully close this match out, but now it's looking like things are going back in Ace Gaming's favor. Momentum shift as they're going to move up to their 7th round. Still the round lead for the T-side Nihilum, and they are going to force up at this round. This round going to be very interesting to see if they can, again, bring the momentum back in their favor, as it does look like they're going for a bit of an interplay. Got 3 of their players already at the top of the lower ramp. GRT in position with Pex, but they do not have, let's take a look at the equipment. Pex with an MP7. I'll see how that works out in an MP9 on GRT. Not exactly the weaponry. If you take a look at the range they're firing at as well, maybe if they're very, very close to these situations, but especially GRT with that MP9, that thing gets squirrely real quick.
And this is optimum situation after losing the pistol round for Nihilum here. Vez could have waited a little bit longer on that nade, but again, this is good for Nihilum here, because unless Ace Gaming went for full rifles and some scouts, this is what Nihilum wants. This is the buy they hope to go against. Maxaki, though, on to Valence. Here come the rest of Nihilum. Pouring out of lower. GRT sitting on the other side. Pex at the Hiko spot here. And it is going to be Ace who finish off the rest of Nihilum. If they couldn't get those entries out lower, they do still have Hiko up. Not for long. And Ace Gaming win the force buy round. And Nihilum going to have to save at least once more, and they're not going to be able to get ops out, even if that was their plan. And I'm really surprised that Ace got so many rounds on their T side. Like you highlighted, we didn't see a whole lot of changes to their T side. They just waited for Nihilum to push, and their T side wasn't that dynamic. They just waited for pushes, throw some smokes outer, and then went inner. We didn't see the wall of smoke set up. They didn't even look that prepared. So it's so surprising that Nihilum has allowed this to happen.
And now, once again, Ace Gaming just keeping the weaponry that they had previous. 2 CZ75s. Vez going to open things up, though, as he's boosted on top of the connector, box room, whatever you'd like to call it. Hiko onto Maxaki, though. So it is going to be a 2-on-4. Hiko, once again, he's going to find another one. Valence is trying to get the bomb set, and he does so. So 2 frags at a bomb plant, not too shabby at all, as that was the round that they weren't as invested compared to the last. So always funny how we see the rounds where they do invest in, when the round thereafter where they have way less equipment, that's the one that works out for them.
Yeah, I see that so often. With that bomb plant, allowed to get an op here is Semp's glass cannon, however. Might buy up secondary on top of it, maybe not, but big round here for both teams. If Ace Gaming can take this, keep that op on their side, develop the momentum on the CT, this might be curtains for Nihilum. But they're the team that I expect to be very prepared on their T side. So what's the opener? It's bombarding smokes outside. Anti-frag so important here. Ace Gaming needs to keep the distance. Nihilum trying to overwhelm. Trades are there now favoring Ace Gaming. Hiko as well as Valence. Not a part of the rush squad. And they're just kind of sitting back here. Hiko now spotted. Not Valence, however. He's probably going to get a flank onto Vez here. Maybe even another one. Got to get the bomb down soon because the rest of Ace is on their way.
And GRT coming up from the back of trains. Going to be a crucial component as Peck's still not on the scene. He's going to be coming in from Connector. And Valence, Hiko playing very slowly. They're going to take down GRT now. Only Peck's. Valence, though, is pretty darn low. 19 hit points to work with. How does Pex play this? He's waiting for the bomb to get set. This nade. Is it going to work out as Valence? The timing on that nade. So close. Valence. Maybe counting his luck there as they send an incendiary into Connector. And this is where they do have a little bit of opening to play with. As forces Pex to rotate all the way around to the back trains. Valence now going to go for the bomb planet. Hiko holding an angle where that's going to be Pex coming in. Hiko with an excellent headshot to take the round, and Nihilum. They will be able to secure their first rifle round, and that's definitely a requirement here on their T side.
That was so important for them. And going for the buy here is Ace.
What is this buy? Oh my goodness.
They didn't have enough, man. That's all they could really afford. It was, I don't know how they had so little, but we've seen so many CZs over and over again from Ace, right. And now this is a good look for Nihilum. I would have liked for Ace to just save up till they could all buy. So similar thought processes by both teams on their CT side. And is it going to pay off? I think this is Nihilum's ticket back. Unless GRT can go off with this op, and it's so good to see him using an op. Oh, the nostalgia and nerd chills. This has been so long since I've seen something like this. But Pex here at inner. Pushes up, takes one, gets out of there. Now at the disadvantage for the time being. Nihilum, how do they recover from this? Pushing long here is Disciple. Interesting battle going on here at long. Disciple is going to succeed the position perhaps. Already out mid is Han, if he, or Automatic, he doesn't check this. Ooh, Free Fire's the wrong angle. Now one more down. Nihilum cannot afford to lose this round as they'd have to save thereafter.
And they're going to try and still continue their pressure out mid. Nico peeking out from the ladder room here. It's going to be GRT up in the heavens. Actually decides to drop back down. Confused what he's going for, but it is going to be a 2-on-4. Senks playing at that middle train. Hiko still in ladder. He's going to spot out Disciple as he's made his way to that mid-train area. Senks on site, and he has a lot of CTs lurking right around him, but he is able to take down Disciple. GRT with the frag, though. Now Hiko, 1v3. Huge round here, as it wasn't a great buy again from Ace, and they are able to secure it nonetheless, and they get the second op that was on the T side. Ace with a beautiful round. Again, we questioned their buy, but apparently that was all they required. Pex, I love that angle that he held first and foremost on that lower ramp. Just really unorthodox, and the fact that they sent Semphis first with the op, it was a perfect situation for him.
Yeah, really sick stuff from Ace there. Now Nihilum, this is not good for them. You can't trade rounds like this. Yeah, you gotta get an early lead on your T side before Ace Gaming can get that economy going. So they need to do some damage at least this round. At the very least. And these two ops up here for Ace, it's going to be difficult to get some entry picks. Now we have Disciple posted up at Ivy. Nice flick onto Valens. Now what does this bring the rest of Nihilum to do? Try to take into him. No, Disciple does miss a shot. Continues to press in is Semphis, however. And now Disciple gets another one. This man's not even posted up. He's just flicking. And Nihilum cannot take him down. Kind of a broken eco attempt here from Nihilum. I would have liked to see the moment after Disciple gets that first shot, the rest of Nihilum, that's their cue to immediately go in. But instead, they make it a 1-by-1 effort, and Disciple just claims their lives 1-by-1.
Exactly, as now it's Hiko and Automatic. Automatic getting into a bit of a skirmish here, but will result in his death. Hiko, similar situation as Vez, will be able to take him down right outside Ivy. So Ace Gaming, they take the round lead here, 11-10. They are going to have to deal with a buy-up from the T side, but not really the buy that that you'd really want. As the T's, they're going to have 1 Tech-9, 2 Galils, and 2 AKs with a little bit of nades to work with. So, obviously, the Ace Gaming front, though, they are at very soon at a very optimal spot in that, for one, they're building up economy. They've got 2 ops on the field. There's one from GRT and Connector. Takes down Automatic, and it does look like the T is just trying to come out mid very quickly. Semphis onto Disciple, so one of the ops is down. Semphis coming up with a very big round here. Maxaki onto Valens, but GRT with that op. It is a 2-on-2. Bomb is down. Pex stuck behind a smoking Connector, and GRT forced to rotate through CT spawn, and op first off Semphis. He is going to whiff that shot as he sees him coming up, but that second one, he is not going to whiff. Can he get Pex on the jump? Pex now going to be lurking near E-Box.
This is such a tense one-on-one. So big for both teams here. And now it's a battle of the minds, battle of positioning, trying to find out where each other are, taking peeks. Now they know. They both spot each other out. Semphis taking the higher road, but still going to go for the kill here. Goes for the flick. No, Pex gets him. Nihilum with the force buy. So close to ending that round. So close to stealing it away from Ace. And that is perfect for Ace's upset here. So now their economy's looking all right. I mean, not all right, but they won the round at least, so they can still work on building it. It came down to a 1 versus 1. And what do you do if you're Nihilum here? They're going to buy up a little bit. They're building that round loss bonus, so this little buy, they can definitely do it, and their economy is going to be all right. And now they're going to take a trip to inner.
Yeah, they certainly are, as Pexy wasn't able to get the op in that last round in that late situation after he took down Semphis, so they did have to drain their economy a little bit more to get that weapon on the field, but actually 2 of the weapons on the field, my mistake, as Disciple and GRT both utilizing the big green ops. And the Nihilum side, they're just still waiting up in backhall. Semphis hoping for someone to come up from the ladder room area as Hiko, he's trying to swipe away at one of the windows here. I'm not really sure what the intention was, as you can actually send some nades, I think, through that window and make it into the outer bomb site. But it is going to be Semphis. Finds the first frag. Maxaki making a similar mistake to what we saw Nihilum doing on their CT side, just some over-aggression. But Pex will be able to land onto Senks. They're getting the bomb set, though. We'll see if they decide to hold on their side of the bomb site or push forward, and looks like it's not even going to matter, as only Hiko left on the field.
Yeah, Hiko needs some of that magic right now for either your team. Gets an M4 out of the deal. He's spotted out by Pex. No chance of stopping the diffuser.
Pex is going huge. 4K for him there.
That was crazy. The way he took into lower 2, the last frag onto, I forget who it was, but it was midair. And Pex is one of those sneaky guys. He was always one of those guys in Source 2. Not the most reliant on his aim. A very elusive player who's the brainiac of X3O, Dynamic. I forget what they were in their last rendition of their roster. But yeah, top team in Source, and he was the in-game leader, and just like the Hiko of their team, just a very cerebral player.
And now Nihilum in a very rough spot here. They are going to get a buyout, and they will have full loss bonus if they drop this round, but running out of chances. As, of course, if they lose this one, up to 14 would be ace, and Automatic going to send a smoke out of, again, that one window is highlighting right above ladder. That's allows them to get the same play that we see a lot of teams go for, the wall of smokes. But they actually smoke off middle train as well, so very few angles available for the CTs to try and attack down. Sanks has made it out. Automatic and Valens already on the bomb site, but Sanks, a little bit of a questionable move, tries to rush through their own smoke. Loses his life. Maxaki onto Semphis, but Hiko chiming in with one of his own. Disciple coming in with the op. Automatic onto Pex and 2v. No, they're getting these frags way too quickly. Hiko once again, last one on the field, finds one, oftentimes the hardest, as he's got 2 more to deal with.
And he takes down the second one too. Hiko needs this. GRT's going through the diffusing the smoke. Hiko has no idea. He runs out of bullets. Oh no. Disaster strikes again for Nihilum, and Ace Gaming snatch away that round. I don't think you could spam through that train, Hiko, but 10 to 14. Oh my. We're in an alternate reality or something, Chad. If Ace and an SKDC make it out over Nihilum and Keed, what is going on here? Our bracket stage is just going to look confusing. Like, did Nihilum and Keed just forfeit their way out or something? I can't believe this is happening. This is absurd. But Nihilum is not out of it yet. And I'm not taking away anything from Ace or SKDC. It's just a massive surprise to, I'm sure, most of us.
Oh, certainly.
Nihilum running out of rounds here. Now trying to take up towards inner Pex, providing different looks time and time again. Nihilum somehow are shooting through the smoke, getting a little skeptical, however. Valens needs to kill Pex out of it again. However, on the other side, Maxaki has gone down to Automatic. But even if Nihilum can take this round, it's still a huge uphill struggle.
Yeah, they do secure 2 more frags, only GRT and Vez, as Vez will chime in with 1. GRT as well, but that is going to be Semphis with a land on Vez. GRT now in a situation where, yeah, I think save territory would be. Oh, look at it. He's getting calls from his teammate. He's like, should I go? Should I not go? Should I go? Should I not go? And he is going to end up deciding not going is the best idea. And I agree with it, as they do not have much of an economy, and they do have a few rounds to work with here. So this is going to be the 11th for Nihilum. Things are about to get interesting here, as once again, the T side, or the CT side, although they've put 5 in a row on the board, we can see that those were very expensive rounds. Only a couple of them were they able to stay alive with a ton of players. So, and the economy fairly drained. If they keep this op in play, it means that they might even decide to force around it. I don't know if that's the best call, but nonetheless, keeping that op in play, especially on a map like this, very, very critical as Hiko trying to spam through. Yet again, I don't think that that one's spammable. But again, it is going to be Ace, saving that 1 weapon. Nihilum, this is their chance to get back in it.
Yes, it is. They're putting Ace on. Ace is buying far too much here. But they do still have that op, so I guess buying a bit around that has its merit. And These eco rounds have been a problem for both of these teams. The Ace Gaming can bust out another one. There's the start. Max Zaki onto automatic. No trade attempted. Great start for Ace here. Nihilum has to recover from this somehow. Ace pushing up into the halls as well. Pex getting a ton of information for his squad on where Nihilum is not at. And Pex, if he pushes any further, he might run into some danger here, but now Nihilum's going to start executing outside at Ivy. Max Zaki goes down. Still that op yet to come into play from GRT. He's sitting in the back here. Semphis with one. Balance traded off onto the AWP. This is good for Nihilum. Only one player left, and that's Pex, who's been itching, waiting to get this flank going on. Finally does. CZ, I guess, not the best weapon for that scenario. And now taking a look over at Ace's money. That amount they bought, you know, look at Disciple, look at Max Zaki. You need more money than that to afford everything on your CT side.
Yeah, they do hurt their buy coming into this round, and see how much equipment they're actually able to squeak out. As it does look like they've got M4s across the board. Disciple not able to get armor, and that's a big deal. As armor, obviously, aim punch. It's not so fun. It's not fun to deal with, as even if you're on point, if they hit you first, all of a sudden your aim is going to be all over the place. So we'll see if that comes into play. As Nihilum, they do have an opportunity to get through this round, and if they get through this one, again, the economy is not looking good for the CT side at all. So they are in a best case scenario, but they need to keep up this pressure.
Look at this,
keep putting rounds in. Already, Automatic has made it past GRT, and he will be able to find the frag. There's a bit of a struggle there, but X able to refrag. Max Zaki and Disciple chime in. Only Hiko and Semphis.
Oh no, Nihilum, they can't lose this round. Hiko needs some of that magic here again, man. And Semphis here with the AWP trying to come out of lower, doesn't utilize the op. Instead, looks like his plan was to get out of there. Trying to utilize his life elsewhere. Hiko gets flanked by Disciple. Disaster for Nihilum now. Only Semphis with the AWP. Hits the drop onto Vez, but misses the shot. 15 rounds reached by Ace. And Nihilum now. Got enough for a decent... that's a hard to call that decent, but okay buy, I guess, for Nihilum here. They definitely wanted more, and yeah, I'm looking at the standings here. So Ace is gonna likely go 1-1, and then so we have Keed at 1-2, Nihilum at 1-1. We'll have Ace at 1-1. So SKDC, I'm not gonna get into it, but they may have some reason to play a little worse than usual, if you will. But Nihilum here, this is so important for them. If they can't take this, it'll be all over. And they don't have the best of weaponry creeping their way upside. Ace has allowed them to get pretty forward here. Oh, Semphis with the no-scope onto Vez. Now continuing forward into the old hell. Ace have Max Zaki and somebody down below him. Max Zaki comes out. Semphis protects his teammate. They get the bomb down. This is looking good for Nihilum.
It's looking fantastic as Automatic finds a frag. Make it a second one. Only GRT. Once again, left in a position where saving probably the best option in this point, but they're going to allow him to do so. They know exactly where he's at. He does not have armor, so any of these bullets hit him, they're going to be pretty darn painful. So he's just going to, again, just post up at this position. He's going to try and get Semphis. He does so, but Automatic will be able to finish him off. Just barely misses that shot as Automatic hops around the corner. So, Nihilum not done with this yet, as the CT economy pretty busted up. If they buy anything here, it is going to affect their next round, as they only have... Well, if they lose this next one, they'll have 2 rounds worth of loss bonus. So the fact that they're even putting anything on the board, it's an interesting decision for them. But Nihilum, opportunity to make it 15-14. Decent buy comes out for Ace, and we are down to the 30th round. But shenanigans could happen. Maybe Ace closes out on an eco. Who knows?
Who knows? Ace in a similar position as they were against Elevate just a moment ago, and they weren't able to close it out. Elevate brought it back into overtime. Ace gaining this round down 3 players already, trying to go for some aggression, thwarted by Nihilum. Now just GRT on an extremely long flank here. He's probably going to catch somebody. When you're in this position and you're flanking their spawn, actually Semphis already aware for it, so GRT, good luck getting a kill. And did they take their eyes off of it? No, Semphis is still posted up on GRT's location. Now turns his back. GRT looks like he's just going to post up. And not, going back to my thought, it sounded like I was accusing SKDC of possibly throwing or something. What I meant by that, they've already played Keed and Nihilum, who are now going to be sitting at 1 and 2 if Ace Gaming can close this match out. The only team SKDC have left to play is Ace Gaming. So if Ace Gaming take it, now the rest of, you know, the brackets don't have to worry about Nihilum or Keed Stars. It's so much is now in the hands of SKDC. Of course, I'm saying if Ace Gaming cannot close this match out.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here and now, as this is going to be their last chance before overtime. And we can see again that that last buy, it does take away from this one, as they get one kid onto the field. Maxaki not even with a rifle in hand. That being said, he has played pretty well just with that CZ75. My question is where he decides to play with it, as he was playing at Old Hell previous, and that's where Disciples actually posted up. So he goes into the smoke at ladder.
My.
He's going to come up right beside Cephas. He takes him down as well as Automatic, and that could be the one move that secures thing for Ace.
I can't believe this is happening. Maxaki, execution style, lurks up into the smoke. That's why we imported that guy. Welcome to North America, my friend. He may have just won the match for Ace Gaming against Nihilum. Now just Hiko remains. Even if Hiko's Hiko. It's 1 versus 5. Oh, what a shot on the bed, though. Traded and the upset. Ace Gaming over Nihilum, 16-14, and that's gotta feel good for them.